This video was made in collaboration with Narutopedia. For more information, check out the link in the description. The life of Shisui Uchiha from Naruto. Shisui Uchiha, renowned as Shisui of the Body Flicker, was an Anbu from Konohagakure's Uchiha clan. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the life of Shisui Uchiha. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Graduating from the academy during the Third Shinobi World War, Shisui was placed on a genin team along with his best friend. Immediately after the war ended a year later, Shisui witnessed his friend die on a mission, consequently awakening the Mangekyo Sharingan as he felt responsible. A year later, he met a 5-year-old Itachi Uchiha, whom he became best friends with, while the two formed a brother-like bond. A year later, Shisui began drawing attention as a genin, garnering the name Shisui of the Body Flicker for his usage of the Body Flicker technique. 2 years later, living with his parents as a jonin and breadwinner for the family of 3, Shisui's bedridden father stopped recognizing him due to his decline of health from falling ill as a result of him losing his leg in the last World War. Acknowledging that everybody dies someday, Shisui was prepared for his passing. In the anime, Team Shisui was assigned a long mission, which they were tasked with chasing away Kirigakure forces being led by Ao. The team completed their mission after Ao recognized that they were facing Shisui and had his team retreat. When Itachi began to act oddly, Shisui was instructed by the Konoha military police force to monitor Itachi because the younger Uchiha's position in Anbu was instrumental to Uchiha's future status in Konoha. Unbeknownst to the clan, Shisui in reality sympathized with Itachi, not wanting the Uchiha to go to war with the village. As the Uchiha continued to grow angrier and more violent from the distrust of the village due to suspicion of their involvement in the Nine-Tailed Demon Fox's attack, Shisui approached Hiruzen Sarutobi, revealing the truth to the third Hokage. Trusting Shisui, seeing as he is Kagami Uchiha's descendant, Hiruzen allowed the Uchiha to spy on his clan for the village. Shisui was perplexed that the clan would not deter from the coup d'etat they were planning, and soon became greatly concerned with the consequences that would follow their actions. Ultimately, it was decided that Shisui would use his Kodo Amatsukame on Fugaku Uchiha to subtly end the coup d'etat plan. Later, as Shisui prepared to make his move, Danzo Shimura, believing that simply manipulating the Uchiha's leader wouldn't end the conflict and that he would eventually try to manipulate him as well, chose to take Shisui's eyes for himself in the desire to protect the village in his own way. While Shisui effortlessly subdued Danzo at first, the ruthless elder caught Shisui off guard by using the forbidden Izanagi with another Sharingan already in his possession to break free and steal Shisui's right eye. As Danzo and his men surrounded Shisui to take the left eye, Shisui managed to escape. Fearing that Danzo was right in Shisui's inability to stop the Uchiha's revolt, and that the elder would continue to pursue his left eye as well, Shisui entrusted it to Itachi, telling him to protect both the village and the Uchiha name. Shisui wrote a suicide note telling his clan that he cannot follow through with the coup d'etat, but his clan's narrow-mindedness made them unable to understand this, preventing them from understanding his desire for peace and reconciliation. The contents of the suicide note also made it appear as though he had crushed his eyes while jumping off a cliff into the Naka River to kill himself in order to prevent conflict from arising over his eyes within the clan. He, at the same time, was able to erase his existence, leaving no corpse behind. In the anime, Shisui was also hoping to use his death to awaken Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan, succeeding in the goal. Legacy. Having been a core member of his clan, his suicide demoralized and lessened the Uchiha's fighting power. Throughout his lifetime and even in death, Shisui influenced Itachi greatly as a friend in teaching him self-sacrifice and how a true shinobi must protect his village from within its own shadow. This possibly influenced Itachi in his future actions to the staving off of a possible civil war within the village that may have escalated into a world war. Shisui's effort to erase his very corpse was successful, as even Kabuto Yakushi noticed that he was unable to locate it in an effort to reincarnate Shisui for the Fourth Shinobi World War. Despite leaving a note claiming that he was tired of carrying out the clan's duties, the police suspected that Itachi had murdered him and used his Sharingan to forge the suicide note, since suicide was very unlikely for someone of Shisui's character. Using Shisui's death to his advantage, Itachi later told Sasuke Uchiha that he did kill Shisui to awake his Mangekyo Sharingan and forged the suicide note, all in an effort to motivate Sasuke to kill him as penance for his crimes. Even years later after his demise, Shisui's powers and actions left their mark on the world. While Danzo used the eye he stole for his questionable agendas to maintain their village, Itachi kept Shisui's other eye to honor his friend's final request to protect the village and keep their clan's good name. Inserting the eye in the body of a crow, Itachi made final arrangements to implant the bird in Naruto's body as a countermeasure against Sasuke if he ever learned the truth behind the Uchiha clan's demise and attempted to destroy Konoha. However, due to the immense power that Shisui's eyes held, they were eventually destroyed to prevent them from falling into the enemy hands, Danzo destroying his eye in the final moments to keep Tobi from acquiring it, and a reincarnated Itachi, after Koro Amatsukami was used on him, incinerated the crow. But Itachi also stated that above all else, Shisui wanted someone to inherit his will and ideals, believing Naruto to be that someone. Personality. Shisui was a very humble and down-to-earth individual. He was never arrogant about his own talent or accomplishments, yet was not above telling others when they made mistakes. At the same time, he was open-minded, never stubbornly believing in one ideal solely, and strove to see the unique nature of the current situation before him. Shisui was also a deeply compassionate man, even to his enemies, showing sympathy and kindness to a dying Mukai Kohinata, despite having been ordered to assassinate him as a traitor. He was also shown to be very perceptive and intuitive even from a young age, able to see through the emotional natures of others, and likewise be able to notice the smallest details around him. Shisui came to care for Itachi very much. In fact, he was like a big brother to him. Shisui taught Itachi that self-sacrifice, a nameless shinobi who protects peace from within its shadow, was the true mark of a shinobi. Shisui was also very devoted to the clan, which is why the Konoha military police asked him to spy on Itachi. It is because of this devotion that the police did not believe he could have committed suicide. His devotion was so great, his best friend Itachi believed that had he been alive during the Uchiha's downfall, he would have protected the clan to the very end, even from him. Although Shisui was devoted to his clan, he was equally devoted to the well-being of his village, a trait his own clan is apparently ignorant of. His devotion to his village was so strong that he never fell victim to the curse of hatred. However, Shisui had a darker side he was deeply ashamed of. Out of envy to a friend who he had believed surpassed him in ability, Shisui withheld aid at a critical moment, leading to the other shinobi's death. The guilt of what he had done led Shisui to consider himself a murderer, causing him to awaken his Mangekyo Sharingan, which he used as a constant reminder of his remorse and vow to never succumb to such feelings ever again. Shisui's devotion to Konoha even went as far as to attempt to put his clan's leader and best friend's father under a genjutsu in order to stop the Uchiha coup d'etat, which would lead to a civil war. However, this failed when Danzo stole his right eye. Knowing Danzo's power-hungry personality would eventually lead him to steal his left eye as well, he resolved to prevent him from stealing it to stop him from gaining too much power. With this in mind, he entrusted his left eye to Itachi and told him to protect the village, and was able to die with a smile, knowing the village would be in good hands despite all he had been through prior to his death. Shisui also greatly valued the notion of family, as seen when he swore to never let the clan's issues destroy the relationship between Itachi and Sasuke. He also had a sense of humor, as seen when he enjoyed the difficult situation he put Itachi in when Sasuke argued with Shisui over who is stronger. Like Itachi, Shisui doesn't appear to enjoy killing people and prefers to use non-lethal methods whenever possible, as shown in him using a genjutsu to scare off Ao's squad when it was stated that he could have killed the entire squad with ease. Shisui also used a genjutsu on Danzo, which would disappear shortly, instead of killing him when the latter tried to steal his eyes. Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.